But let's take you live to the Lands Ministry now, where the Minister is launching a relief fund for victims of the Apiety explosion.
To this end, His Excellency the President has instructed our Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abu Jinapor, to set up an Apiety support fund under the auspices of the ministry. This fund, however, is to be managed independently by men and women of stature and of repute. The Honorable Minister will swear in members of the Fund Management Board this morning and spell out clearly their terms of reference. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is for this reason we have invited you here this morning. We welcome you and we thank you for coming. God richly bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Patrick Agbetinyale, Chief Director, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. We'll pretty soon be joined by the Deputy Minister of Information, Madam Fatia Abubakar. Honorable Sector Minister, respectfully will now call on you to deliver your statement and launch the fund. The Honorable Samuel A. Jinapor. Shall we please give it up to him?
The Honorable Western Regional Minister, Deputy Ministers for Lands and Natural Resources, my Lord, our revered man of God, Nana, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As we are all very much aware, on Thursday, January 20th, 2022, a tragic event befell our nation. A truck carrying explosives from the site of Maxam Ghana Limited to Chirano Gold Mines Limited was unfortunately involved in a very horrific incident, leading to an explosion which caused severe damage to the people of Apiety community, which resulted in the loss of some 13 lives. Ghanaians have always been known to be hospitable and compassionate, and we cannot ignore our own people who fell victim of this unfortunate incident. Ladies and gentlemen, on the instructions of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has decided to launch, quote, the Apiety Support Fund, end quote, to raise funds from the general public to, among others, support the victims of this unfortunate incident and to reconstruct the community which was brought down by the explosion. Ladies and gentlemen, to ensure fair, transparent and judicious use of the fund, the government has decided to appoint a 5-member committee to manage the fund. The committee will be chaired by Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi, a distinguished and eminent stateswoman who is the founder of the Salt and Light Ministries and who has previously served as Minister for Information, Minister for Education, Minister for Local Government, and Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, and who, as a result of her exemplary service to our motherland, was awarded a Companion of the Order of the Volta in 2006 by the then President of the Republic, His Excellency John Agyekum Kufuor. A woman of enormous integrity, this is the woman government has settled on to chair this important committee. Thank you, Madam, for accepting this other onerous national assignment. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4 other members of the committee are Tetrek Okuamua Sechi II, Omanhene of Wasa Amenfi Traditional Area, a renowned traditional ruler and chairman of the Forestry Commission. Mr. Philip Owuredu, a certified chartered accountant Managing Director of CalBank and formerly of the renowned accounting firm KPMG, is a member. Dr. Antoinette Chibudako, a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana and research fellow at the Center for Social Policy Studies, an expert in natural resource management and development and natural resources. The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, my very good friend, Mr. Suleiman Akoni, who hopefully will be the biggest donor to the fund, is also a member. Ladies and gentlemen, these are renowned persons without a shred of doubt in their various fields who have been brought together by government to manage this fund. Their terms of reference are: 1, to raise sufficient funds for the Apiety Support Fund, and 2, to supervise the disbursement of the fund in accordance with the highest standards of integrity and transparency for the sole benefit of the people of Apiety. That given the caliber of the citizens assembled, they will execute this task in a fair, transparent, and prudent manner. I passionately and respectfully call on all Ghanaians and residents of Ghana and friends of Ghana, companies, civil society organizations, and all and sundry to generously contribute to this noble endeavor. The Holy Book in Psalm 41 verse 1 tells us, and I quote, "Blessed are those who support the weak. The Lord delivers them in times of trouble," end quote. To the people of Apiety, I say to them, a compassionate nation and government stands by you, shoulder to shoulder, in your time of great need and adversity. For above all, we are one nation with a common destiny. On this note, it is my singular privilege and honor, on behalf of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to launch the Apiety Support Fund. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, our very active and able sector minister. We will now respectfully call on the chair to give us her remarks.
Honorable Minister, Deputy Ministers, Western Regional Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I stand on the protocols already mentioned. And on behalf of the 5-member committee, I would first like to thank His Excellency the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, for considering us useful to undertake this very onerous task. We feel very privileged to be called to serve the nation at this very crucial time of its need. Each of us comes with some level of expertise, and together our prayer is that God would bind us together and give us a singular mind to undertake this task. It is onerous, but nothing is impossible for God.
Absolutely.
And so on behalf of my colleagues, I say we accept this honor, we accept this privilege, and we ask for your support, especially members of the media. We ask for your support. I'm glad that my presiding bishop is here. We also ask for prayer support. And we ask that the reasons why this fund has been set up would be fully realized. And the people of Apieti will know that we live in a nation that is compassionate, under a government that cares deeply for every single person in this nation. And I know that within a short time, we will see great things happening. We want to thank you very much. On behalf of my members, we thank you very much for this privilege. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi. We will take this opportunity. I will take this opportunity to introduce the Honorable Deputy Minister for Information, Honorable Fathia Abubakar. Thank you very much. We have Mr. Ben Ayi. He's the advisor on mines to the sector minister. Mr. Ben Ayi, please. Also, Mr. Ben Ayi is the technical director for mines. Mr. Pitewua, if we're here. So is the technical director for forestry, Mr. Joseph Osiakwai. Thank you very much. Reverend Dr. Ayi called for prayer for a nation, and Honorable Minister, respectfully, at this juncture, we'll call on the Reverend, very Reverend, to again grant us a prayer for the nation and for the committee. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, prayer for the victims, the committee. Yeah.
Just gone by was the launch of the committee for the Apieti explosion for the funds and Lands and Natural Resource Minister Abu Jinapor, and they said that government has decided to appoint a 5-member committee which is chaired by Dr. Joyce Ayi to ensure judicious use of the fund. You're still watching Joy News Desk.